What's going on, everybody? This is GWReborn. Today I have a really fun video today. I'm going to be showing you the Urgoz Warren Ranger build that's most optimal for a Spikeway team 12-man party, and I'm going to be showing you a full guide on how to do it. The main key focus points for this build, template, rune, gear, armor is all in the description, so check that out as well as I'm about to show you. At the very beginning, go ahead and use your two spirits on the build, Famine and Edge of Extinction. Those are going to be your primarily focus for this. Some rangers would use barrage or barrage, is however you pronounce it, but I'm using Famine because it's a Mesmer Way spike team. So energy surge does a lot of damage when enemies hit 0 for Famine as the ranger elite. And barrage doesn't really do a lot of damage if you do this build properly for Urgoz. So we're going to go ahead and get in. I got my two spirits already set up. So all I do is cast Splinter on the Derv and Ancestor's Rage on the tank, and everything dies within a few seconds if you have a really good core team with damage dealing. Of course, this is a ranger doing this. You only want to usually bring one ranger or ritualist when you do a Urgoz Spikeway to be most efficient. The reason for is ritualists and rangers really don't do a lot of damage. And if you have a really good spike team, mesmers and dervs and elementalists will do the most strongest damage dealers. And you just have ranger or ritualist for summon spirits with Edge of Extinction and Famine. If you have a ritualist, some people like to bring spirits of the Signet of Spirits, SOS, as well. But for a really good spike team, your focus is off damage. The way Edge of Extinction works is a bomb effect. I'm placing the spirits down right before the tank pulls to the area, and what this does is if the enemies scatter and there's collateral, anything below 90% health is actually going to get damage dealt to them when any of the enemies around them die. So Edge of Extinction is really critical for doing Urgoz as a kind of an off damage and even damage situation, depending on what kind of Spikeway team you have, but you always want to have a Ranger or Ritualist. But in this case, I'm using a Ranger. Pcons are not required, or of course, they are always recommended. I always like to recommend at least a minimum of a CUPCAKE because of the speed boost, health, and energy benefit. See how quick that was? We have a really good damage team, so everything dies within a few seconds. As long as I had Famine and Edge of Extinction up, maintaining Splinter on my dervs and melees, sometimes as a warrior, and then I use Binding Chain sometimes if the enemies don't die in a few seconds to make them from running ahead. And there's a couple of skills you can alter on this build if you want, which would be Binding Chains and Ancestor's Rage to whatever you prefer. But the rest of them, you don't have to. I also like to bring Flesh of My Flesh for some runs because just in case everybody dies, you're able to res them without using a Pcon res scroll. And of course, Summon Spirits is a Kurzik or Luxon skill. You're going to have to unlock that at rank 1 plus Kurzik or Luxon. You're going to need that. It's very important to be able to move your spirits up. See, right now, we're in the out of the degen range. I'm going to actually cast Famine and Edge of Extinction. The moment the tank calls target, we're going to aggressively go up, and we're going to spike that team. I, as a ranger, have to summon spirits, the spirits in range aggressively the moment the tank calls target. The reason for is there's degen in this room, and you don't want your spirits to die. So I summon spirits them in range, and everything dies within a few seconds. Splinter on the derv in melee, and Binding Chains for backup if needed. And of course, I summon spirits multiple times to keep the spirit from dying for degen. And once everything dies, just let the spirits die and you can recast them. Serpent's Quickness is also utilized for skill recharge and casting time. It really helps for some areas, especially when you got to go spike 3 groups back to back, or if your spirit dies, you need it to be able to recharge in time for the next group or the same group that you're spiking. And this run took us right at 16 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and 2.5x speed the rest of the run. You're going to see a lot of facts focused on this ranger with doing different pulls and aggros, where to put the spirits throughout the run. And hopefully this video has helped you in some way. Hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're enjoying the Guild Wars video, subscribe for more Guild Wars content coming your way every week or two. And stay tuned for more Guild Wars videos. Enjoy the rest of the video with some music, and you'll see a really good time at the end of the run with some nice drops at the end chests. Come back, our time was right at 16 to 17-minute run, which is really efficient. For the Urgoz boss, it was really important to mention, you make sure you maintain Edge of Extinction and summon spirits around the Urgoz boss so it doesn't die. Thank you for watching. Enjoyed the video, I hope. Subscribe for more Guild Wars content, and have a good day.